guys, welcome back to another video of RNA Outdoors, and in today's video I will be giving you some tips and tricks to find more sheds this winter. Let's go.
Land them. Oh,
Starting off with tip number 1, when to look. Now there are a lot of spots you can go to look for sheds. You can just go out for a walk in the woods, you can go to creeks, bedding areas, transition areas, everywhere, and I will try to cut this down as simple as I can. So I start in mid-February, and from mid-February to early March, I look along creek banks, I look in travel corridors and feeding areas, fields or anywhere where a deer is going to feed. But from early March to the end of March, I'm looking in all the spots I already covered, and now I'm going to start in bedding areas. Bedding areas seem, at least for me, seem to hold more sheds than anywhere else. Number 2 is walk. The only way you're going to find sheds is if you walk. Put on the miles, you need to walk. If you don't walk, you're not going to find sheds. It's just that simple. You need to put in the time and the effort to find them. Tip number 3, cover your spots multiple times. Now this, I don't do that often just because I have so many spots I want to cover. I don't really go back around, but it has worked in the past for me where I cover this large chunk of land and I'm all done with all my spots, but then I go back and I find a shed in there. So chances are, if you're walking in a nice looking area and you're thinking there has to be a shed here, chances are there's a shed there, but you just missed it. Tip number 4 is when to look. Now it's not really, I'm not talking about time of year, I'm talking weather. Now yeah, you guys might be saying, Ryan, I can go out right now and find a shed. Well, I bet you can. I've already found sheds in the sun, in the cloudy weather. I found them in the rain, in the snow. I found them basically anywhere. But my favorite time to look for sheds is either during a rain, or after the snow melts, or just cloudy weather. Because what that does is the rain and the melting of the snow makes all the leaves on the ground dark, makes everything dark, and when you see an antler, it just pops out to you, that white color just pops. Cloudy weather, same thing. Everything's darker, everything's cloudy, and then when you see that antler, the color just pops out to you. The white on the antler just pops out. 5 for you guys is look where the deer are in the winter, not in the fall. For the most part, not always, but for the most part, deer in the winter are in different areas than deer are in the fall. They go to thicker cover, they go to places where they feel more secure after the hunting season because they are spooked, and you need to locate the deer in the winter, not in the fall. If you have a killer archery spot in the rut where it just looks good, chances are I won't be looking there for sheds because chances are that's not where the deer are in the winter. Deer can be multiple miles away from that spot in the winter. You just don't know. So one thing I like doing is I like scouting before. I like going out in January. I like to find some trails. So when it comes, especially with snow on the ground, I like looking in January for trails in the snow. So then when it comes to shed season, when I go out, I know where to look. So you're not covering as much ground, so you're covering less ground, but you're covering the better ground. All that land in between where the deer aren't even are. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video of shed hunting. I'm going to get some more videos out. I know I've been doing terrible with getting videos out, but I will be getting more out come this spring, don't worry. See you guys in the next one.